Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to replace the pull cord in your vintage lawnmower. Okay, so the first step to removing your pull cord is that we have to remove the top cover here. So there's 5 screws, there's one here, and there's 4 on the top. So I'll take those out and then I'll show you guys what to do next. Okay, so after you take out the 5 screws from the top, you're going to turn the gas off, so turn this way, and then this should lift right up, and make sure that you put the handle through the hole in the cover, just like this. Almost there. There we go. And just tip this out of the way like that, and you can just leave it right there. And next we're gonna have to, okay, so I've decided that you don't, after you remove the cover, you're gonna unhook the primer line here, and then the gas line, and make sure it's turned off like this. Then if you want, you can just move this off to the side over here. And just tilt that like that so the gas doesn't spill all out of there. Okay, so after you take off the top cover like I just did, we're going to have to remove a bolt, and it's right here. So on mine it's a T40 Torx, on yours it could be a 7/16 bolt. So just use whatever size fits and take it all the way out. Okay, so now that our bolt is removed, we can pull out the recoil assembly like this in our hands, and then we're going to hold the rope like this, and then we're going to take a pair of side cutters and cut it off here. And then we can take this out, and now we're going to go in the workshop and take this apart and put the new rope in. Okay, so I have the assembly on the workbench, and the first step we're going to do is pop out this little clip here. So go slow, and put that to the side, then take off the washer. Then you can take out the gear, so twist it up like this, and that lever assembly should come off as well. And just set that aside in the correct, or in the same way that it came off, and let that unwind like this. Now this guy should pull off of here, and go slow, because you don't want to mess up the spring inside there. Next, unwind the rope from the little spool here all the way, and there we go. And now I'm going to pull it out of here with some pliers. So next, pull the rope out of here with the pliers, just like this, and then you can cut it off to make it easier to take out. So let's cut this, then pull all the old rope out. All right, and don't forget to take the old rope out of the handle as well. So just pull it out here. Might take a couple tries because it looks like it's in there pretty good. So I'll get it out here, and then I'll show you guys what to do next. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, before we put the new rope in, I'm going to spray this off with some brake cleaner and wipe it off like this, nice and good. Then we're just gonna wipe it off with a rag, and I'm gonna do this for all the parts. Okay, so now I've cleaned up all the parts, and by the way, the rope size I'm using is a size number 4, which is the same size that was previously in it. So now make sure you melt the end like a point, and then after that, find the hole right there in this, and stick this through there. Then it should come out here, and now we're gonna tie a knot in the end of it. So I'll do that. Okay, so after you tie the knot, make sure you wind it up like this all the way, going in a clockwise orientation. So look at this all the way. And now we're going to reinstall this onto here, and make sure that when you do this, you line up the spring in the little groove here. Okay, so now I wound up the spring, and I'm holding it with my hand. Now I'm gonna get the gear assembly and put this back on. And make sure that you put that over that, so that when you pull it out, the gear goes up like this. And now what you're going to do is get the washer, and actually I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on the shaft and then reinstall the gear. Okay, so I've greased up the gear assembly, and I also forgot to mention I greased up this shaft before I slid this back on, so make sure that you do that. So now get the little washer, and then get the clip, and you can use pliers to reinstall the clip like this. Give me a second. So hold it like this, and then go with the pliers, and it should pop in. Anyway, I'll do that, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so next, what I'm going to do is install the handle. So I have a clamp holding on this thing so it doesn't unwind. I'm going to melt the end with a lighter, then just go like this with my fingers to make it a point. And now we're going to stick this through the handle. Actually, no, we have to do the handle last. So anyway, make sure you melt the end like this, and then we'll take it outside and install the handle. Okay, so I'm not going to show this on camera because my arms are probably going to get in the way. So what I'm going to do is insert this back on, and then stick the cord through here, and then we're going to tie on the handle. And make sure to also reinstall the bolt when you put this back on. Okay, so now I've reinstalled the recoil, and now we're going to install the handle. So to make it easier, I tied a knot in here just to hold it out. And to get the handle on, put this rope through here, like that, and then take this out of here, and then tie a knot on the end of it, just like this. And you're also gonna want to make the knot really tight because you don't want the handle to come out. So I'm gonna use these, I need some better pliers, but anyway, I'm gonna pull this really tight and then put the handle back in like this. So make sure the knot goes all the way in there, and pull. You can even pull this to tighten it up really good, like that. And now we're going to unhook the knot, so just untie it real quick, like this. There we go. And now the pull start is good, and I will lubricate it just before I put the top cover back on. So I'll do that, and then I'll reinstall the top cover, which is the opposite of removal, which I showed you guys. And then we will take it over to the driveway and start it up real quick. All right, so now the moment we've all been waiting for is let's start it up. So the gas is on, prime this 3 times, make sure the switch is on, pull this. Alright, so I'd call that a success. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.